Hello, this is Chris Kelleher of the Delaware County ARES Group, W3CTK. I just wanted to go over the members area and databases in our website. Go over an example of the entry forms for submitting data, and also some of the reports in there, and then what it looks like on the front end. Just some basics of how to use it, and I'm going to go through an example of doing a propagation report and setting up a new location. So doing going out to a location that we don't already have set up, adding that, and then adding your propagation report. So if you're on the Delco ARES website, you can see in a lot of different areas we have data that's actually pulled from our databases. One example is if you go to About and Delaware County and Emergency Shelters, you can see we have a map of all the area high schools, which are all shelters. But then we also pull from our location table the actual physical names and addresses and localities of those high schools. And you can see we have different types of locations, and these are all filtered by school locations. So how do we get to this? So if we go into the members area, remember, if I'm signed in using my Microsoft account, it takes me in, which I am. If you need help with that, there's a separate video on your Microsoft account, how to set that up and log in using that. So if I scroll down and I go to databases, there's two main sections. One is the entry forms, and the other are reports. The entry forms are basically a way to enter the data. It basically just shows you a form. And then the reports default to showing you the data in a report type format. You actually can enter in new records and copy and edit in the report section if you have permissions as well. So I'll show you that. So in entry forms, we have a couple basic high-level areas. We have our training book with the training levels 1, 2, and 3. We have all of our channels, and then under there we have what their designated use is, information on propagation, channel sets, which include the banks that are set up, the channel numbers, and the revision or any changes. We have our items and inventory set up here so we can track our Go kits and things like that. We have our location. Now under there we have ARES or ARRL, division, section, district, and group. And then for location, under there we have state, county, school district, locality, the locality mapping, and the zip code. We also have a section for our regularly scheduled nets, and then a section for Skywarn. Under Skywarn, you'll see the NWS alert and the Skywarn net report that we've gone through in the Skywarn videos that I put together. And in other reports, we have the same exact tables, same layout. I keep these in sync, and it's just a different view. So if we go into report location and just click on that, you can see these are the subsections under there listed at the top. I can filter by type, so I can say I want to see all schools, and I want to limit it to Wayne. And I click on filter, and there it shows me Radnor High School, 130 King of Prussia Road, Wayne. There's also an edit column. You may not see this, so you may have to scroll right and left. But if I click on that, I can actually edit this record. So you can see the name, which is required, the type. There's a few out there: business, church, home, hospital, public, location, repeater tower, school are all set up. The address, self-explanatory. The locality is what the person living there would call it. It's their city. The mapping is for some of these strange situations that we have in Delaware County, where we have Wayne, for example, which is a really good one. And Wayne is actually in Radnor Township, Tredyffrin Township, and Upper Merion Township. And Radnor Township is in Delaware County, Tredyffrin is in Chester County, and Upper Merion is in Montgomery. So if I selected Wayne, Upper Merion, you can see I'm now Montgomery County. However, if I select Wayne, Tredyffrin, I'm in Chester County, and if I select Wayne, Radnor, I'm in Delaware County, which is the accurate location for that. So if the locality does have that situation, the mapping will show up with the valid entries. So for Wayne, it just shows those three. You have the state and zip code, and then also the latitude, longitude. Those are very easy to get from many sources. I'll show you. Google Maps is probably the easiest. And then there's a link to what 3 words, which is a way to identify a location to within a fairly good degree of accuracy, maybe 10 feet, just using 3 words. Instead of saying I'm at 40.0395101 by negative 75.3599266, you can say I'm at 3 words, gloves driven zooms. By going there, to that site, you can see it puts me in this tiny little square inside of Radnor High School. So I could obviously say, I'm at the entrance to the school, which is over here, and that has a different set of 3 words that would identify exactly where those entrance doors are. So what 3 words is a great way to communicate that very easily in email or on the radio, but not have to actually spell out the coordinates, which can be more prone to errors. So the entry forms will look exactly like the edit here. So if I go to location, you can see here's the entry form. So this is how I would add a new one. So let's say we are going to meet up at Drexel Lodge Park this Saturday, and we'll do some radio propagation. Drexel Lodge Park is just a regular park, so I didn't have a need to set it up, but I will do so now. So it's a public area, and I will get the address. So Drexel Lodge Park. A lot of places just say Newtown Square. Here's the address. It's 4140 Westchester Pike. So for name, I'll just make it Drexel Lodge Park. User could be like if it's somebody's home, you could put their user account in there. And then this is 4140. Westchester Pike. Locality is, I just have to, if I click in there, I can start typing in new, and Newtown comes up. There's no other clarification needed. Delaware County, zip code has to be 19073. Last step is we want to know, in order to map this accurately, we should probably use GPS coordinates, so we can enter in that information as well, our latitude, longitude, what 3 words, and map link. So if I go to, just type in the address, and go to maps. Probably want to put this on a Google map. So I'll just pull it up here. So that's the location of our park. And I can actually share and copy the URL. So now if I switch back, and paste it in the map link. And there it is. I want the name in there as well, so I can just take that name out. Screen recording for some reason. Having trouble typing with that. So that's basically how to set up a new location. If you go under channel, under propagation, you'll see this is where we can do a propagation report. So this is neat. First thing is you would select our group, and then you could say I am, checking out keyboard does not want to cooperate. Our primary channel, which is DCR1W3KJ. Today's date is defaulted, and I just click on that. And then under reporter, I can just click there, and these are all in here of people that are set up. So I can select myself, and then once I do that, it knows who I am, what my call sign is. It also defaults me to my home location. Now I can say, well, I didn't do this at my home, so I'm going to go here to these locations and scroll up, and now here's Drexel Lodge Park. So I can click on that, and you can see it changed the details. The address is now 4140 Westchester Pike. Let's figure out, and then it brought over everything. And then I can select my readability. I was readable with practically no difficulty, and moderately strong signals. Yes, I was on my Go kit, so I can check that off, and here's the Go kit I was on. I can also say I was on somebody else's Go kit, and then save that. So that's basically the steps for how to enter in and do a propagation report and enter a location. If I go back to our website under repeaters, and then into channels, and then you can see there's some limited information here on the website. So you can see right here, I checked out the W3KG from Drexel Lodge Park in Newtown, September 22nd, and here's my notes on readability and strength of the signal. And I was on a Go kit, and there's the Go kit I was testing out. So hopefully the database entry is pretty easy to do, and really helps out with doing projects like propagation reports, tracking different locations and things of that nature. Let me know if you have any comments, any questions, any problems at all. Thank you very much. Bye.